Hello everyone, it's Buildcraft, and today I'm going to show you 6 fun commands you can make in Minecraft Bedrock Edition, so let's jump right into it. So the first command is right here. It is essentially a trident command, so when you throw the trident, what will happen is it will summon lightning like this. That was more lag than I expected actually. My previous test there was not like any lag at all, so it won't actually set fire to trees or anything, but if there isn't mobs, so we'll grab let's see. So now if we grab a, I think a good one, it's probably not a good one. If we grab mushroom, yeah, we grab some mushrooms, like this, we throw the trident even near it, or hit it, it will, okay, I've got no idea what happened here. Just want to try this again quickly. Oh, okay. That, wait. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. So, what usually happens is, instead of going fire, so I'll try it under the tree with a skeleton. Oh, it's quite some peaceful, actually no, we'll try it with a sheep. Yep, sheep. This is better. So we go throw it near it. Then we'll throw it here. It will go on fire, as you saw there for the half second it was there. So we'll quickly get rid of these quickly. This is an actual command, so I can't show you the pig or start the command. So the command for the trident is repeating command block, execute space @E, open square bracket, type equals thrown underscore trident, close square bracket, space tilde, space tilde, space tilde, space summon, space lightning underscore bolt, space tilde, space tilde, space tilde. Also, it's good to make sure that this is always active, and place a redstone comparator facing in impulse command block, unconditional, and also needs redstone. With the command kill space @E, open square bracket, type equals thrown underscore trident, close square bracket. So that just means it will kill the trident after. If you do disable this, or just not put this in, the trident will last forever, and you put too many down, it will freeze your game on console. If you have a high enough PC, it probably won't. I'm not too sure. So this is the next command. It's the 0001. This will also need some mobs, for example. So it's we'll use sheep and skeletons again. So I'm gonna put some some sheep, and forgot it's peaceful. Okay, so I'll just grab a bunch of let's grab a bunch of pigs, just regular pigs. Okay, we'll put a bunch of mobs down. Just get rid of these. And if you throw this down, what will happen is everything gets teleported to the same position, and a few seconds before, a few blocks of TNT spawn. And essentially the goal is it will just destroy almost anything there. So there's a few interesting use scenarios you could use it. You can use it in like PvP, or really any other situation where you want to teleport everything in one area and also destroy it. So the command for this one is a bit longer. So your first command is repeating command block on always active. With the command execute space @E, open square bracket, type equals item, comma, name equals the apostrophe 001 apostrophes, close square bracket, space tilde, space tilde, space tilde, space TP space @E, open square bracket, R equals 50, close square bracket, space tilde, space tilde, space tilde. We'll then need a redstone comparator facing another repeating command block. With the command execute space @E, open square bracket, type equals item, comma, name equals apostrophe 001 apostrophes, close square bracket, space tilde, space tilde, space tilde, space summon, space TNT, space tilde, space tilde, space tilde. You can modify the name to be anything else, which means you also have to have an item with that same name. So you don't actually need a heart of the sea with 0001. You could have a stick with 0001 to do the same thing. The TNT you can change to really any location, but you should use tilde as it will spawn on the actual item you throw down. Then you'll need a chain command block. Having conditional can help with tight situations, but it doesn't need to be on there. But I do recommend it to be on there, as that's what I've tested it on. The command will be kill space @E, open square bracket, type equals item, common name equals apostrophe 001 apostrophes, close square bracket, space kill. This just kills the item that you've thrown down. Now the next command works with both bows and crossbows. I'll have to make sure that it's active, always active, and okay. So essentially what you do is, let's say you want to do some mining or something, so we'll go to this mountain, or this little pillar mountain thing here. So what you do is you shoot the arrow, and that was a bit anticlimactic. What's meant to happen is it destroys blocks like that. So essentially you get all your XP and everything. So essentially it's like a it seems like a better pickaxe that uses arrows. You have to be pretty close, or be a bit too overpowered, because if you have a longer delay, because this is based on all delay. Longer delay means you're pretty up going straight towards bedrock and putting a giant hole in your world, which wouldn't be a good thing. So it works with bows. It also works with crossbows, like this. Oh, try this again. So I'm guessing probably has to be like within this sort of radius of 2 blocks, like that, and it will do the same thing. Going down is a bit strange. Your best idea would probably just be dig down at one and then do that. Going upwards is not an issue though, if you can just do that. Yeah, it is a bit strange about how it works and everything, but in most of the situations it will work, apart from where you have to go downwards, where you should probably dig a block down and just shoot. So you have 2 command blocks for this. They're both repeating command blocks, always active. The first one is execute space at E, open square bracket type equals arrow, close square bracket space, tilde space, tilde space, tilde space, fill, space, tilde 2 space, tilde 2 space, tilde 2 space, tilde negative 2 space, tilde negative 1 space, tilde negative 2 space, air space 0 space, destroy. You can change the coordinates with the tilde with 2's and everything to either increase or decrease the radius of how many blocks are destroyed. Same thing here. You can make it replace it with dimes you really wanted to, or sort of anything, and you can change it from to destroy just to remove it and have nothing. The next part of the command block is also repeating an always active. It's essentially just killing the arrow with a delay of 2 ticks. So after 2 ticks, the arrow will get destroyed. Any longer, you might destroy some other things, or too long, you end up putting a hole in your world to the void, which it's pretty interesting, but it probably wouldn't be ideal in most situations. So then the command here is kill space at E, open square bracket type equals arrow, close square bracket. The next command, actually we'll do that one last, because as you saw, it's a nuke. So we go to this is a marker, and this is a very interesting one. It's a very long one as well. So what happens is you just I should double check, make sure it's active, because last time I for sure deactivated it, did I? Yep, so make sure it's active. I'm pretty sure everything else should be fine. So what you do is you drop this, and what happens is, if I remember to disable spamming the chat, is what should happen is we'll have to wait for it. Okay, give me a second. I don't know what's happened here. Let's quickly take a look at the command. So that no target mark. Okay, give me a second. So that goes there, which feeds into that. That should have worked. Let's get rid of the rain. We'll try this again. Oh, actually, oh no, that's right. Yeah, because you have to disable this. That's right. Yeah, so if you're doing that, make sure you disable this, or you'll end up having. Actually, also probably a good idea to get rid of that, so you don't have any unnecessary issues with like entire worlds being destroyed and stuff. So what should happen is shouldn't spam your chat if you set it up right. There we go. That should happen. So essentially, the marker marks an arrow to fall down, which then summons TNT shortly after to blow a small surface up. So essentially, it's like dropping a bomb, or like a mini missile or something, or just giant TNT. But anyway, the command for this is basically a longer one. Your first command is a repeating command block and always active with the command test4 space at E, open square bracket type equals item common name equals apostrophes marker apostrophes close square bracket. As with the other command, the 001, you can actually change it to sort of anything, and it can work with any item, so it doesn't have to be a snowball. It could actually really be, if you really wanted to, you could make it honey if you really wanted to, and just rename it to that, and it will do the same thing. Then you need a redstone comparator facing an impulse command block with the command execute space at E, open square bracket type equals item common name equals apostrophes marker apostrophes close square bracket space tilde space tilde space tilde space summon space arrow space tilde 50 space tilde. The last part essentially is essentially that directs where the TNT will spawn. No, where the arrow will spawn. Yeah. So where the arrow spawns, so you can actually skew it off a bit, so you can make it I don't know, tilde 2, so it would be 2 blocks off in the x direction. So you could do that. You can skew it off, you can make it go high, you can make it even go lower. Then you have a repeating command block with a conditional command. It's not always active. With the commands execute space @e, open square bracket, type equals item, common name equals apostrophes marker, apostrophes close square bracket, space tilde space tilde space tilde space test4 space @e, open square bracket, type equals arrow, comma r equals 5, close square bracket. Now the r equals section is an interesting section as if you increase it, it means that the arrow can be further away from the item and still spawn TNT. So essentially, or it can be, as I say, or it can be closer, which essentially what happens is so like sensitivity. So let's say you have we'll use stairs and this bars. So let's say this is your marker. So if you increase the radius, it could be the arrow could be here and it would spawn TNT, or if you like increase it, the sensitive, like the R, which is I'm guessing we'll call sensitivity, it would have to be there to spawn TNT. So the bigger the actual radius, the further away the arrow can be for the explosion to occur. Then you need another redstone comparator facing an impulse command block with the command execute space @e, open square bracket, type equals arrow, close square bracket, space tilde space tilde space tilde space summon space TNT, space tilde space tilde space tilde. With the last part, you can also make it skew off anything, so you can skew the TNT a few blocks away, a few 100 blocks away if you really wanted to. But I prefer keeping it. It's probably a better idea to keep it actually on the actual arrow, so you don't have any unnecessary explosion somewhere else. So you don't end up blowing something you don't want to blow up. Anyway, the last command is a chain command block with kill space @e, open square bracket, type equals arrow, close square bracket. Now, the next command is essentially a pig spawn with fire. And this is a, I guess it's more of a funny command than anything, or it's also very destructive, but essentially what you can do is spawn this pig down. Oh, there we go. So yeah, what happens is it burns, it just spawns fire and essentially obliterates anything that is flammable. So essentially this whole forest that was part of the forest that is now gone. I haven't added anything for the pig to actually be killed, so the best bet would be to kill it yourself. Guessing with a bow or Neverite sword or even a diamond sword. It does have fire resistance, which why it isn't dying, so could do that. I mean, it's pretty effective at removing forests, especially this forest here. Like, let's say you want to clear out a forest because you want to build a house or something. Just place one of these down, and assuming you're in range of the commands, it will go really quickly, as you can see here. It's also a good idea to make sure that's disabled, which fortunately I forgot to do. You can do let me think, what was it again? A game rule to remove it. I'll show you that at the end of the video. So yeah, you can clear forest really easily with this, which is pretty cool, even grassland or even a village you really wanted to. Probably not a good idea, but you can do that as well. There's only 2 command blocks for this one, so it's a relatively small one, but both are repeating. First one is repeating, always active, with this command. Execute space @e, open square bracket, type equals pig. You can make this any other mob if you really wanted to. Comma space, actually no, just not space. Common name equals apostrophes, make whatever name you want. So if you want a pig or anything to be named, I don't know, you can make it name fire, as like in here, or you can make it named, I don't know, destroyer, X number, or really anything, and it'll do that. So apostrophes, close square bracket, space tilde space tilde space tilde space fill space tilde 20 space tilde 20 space tilde 15 space tilde negative 20 space tilde negative 20 space fire space 1 space replace space air. The coordinates you see at the end, you can make it bigger or smaller. So essentially bigger, the bigger the radius the fire will be spawned, smaller the smaller radius where the fire will be spawned, and essentially just replaces air with fire. You can make it anything else, so you can make it replacing air with diamonds if you want to, or even just replacing the ground with cobwebs or anything. So it's pretty interesting what you can do here. Then you need a redstone comparator facing it into another command block that is repeating with this command. Fx space @e, open square bracket, type equals pig, common name equals apostrophes fire, apostrophes close square bracket, space fire underscore resistance, space 10, space 1. You can increase or decrease the fire resistance duration, but it doesn't really matter, as it sort of is happening just about every. Sure, there's a delay. No delay. It happens sort of for every second or so. Actually, no, every tick in the game or so. So you can really have it at 1 second and it will be fine. Or you can have nothing, so if the pig gets destroyed or the mob gets destroyed after the fire. Now the final command is a nuke, and I'll show you how to do the command first, as it can be really destructive and will most likely lag or possibly even crash games on lower end devices. Even the console I'm running right now, it gets really laggy. And in a few cases it did actually crash the game, which was unfortunate. But I did have backups, so it was okay. So the first command is repeating command, always active, test4 space @e, open square bracket, type equals item, common name equals apostrophes, nuke apostrophes, close square bracket. As the 001 and a few other commands, you can actually just put any name, it can be any item. But for call effect, I'm just using TNT because it sort of makes the most sense for it. Anyway, you have a wrestling comparator facing a impulse command block with the command execute space @e, open square bracket, type equals item, common name equals apostrophes, nuke apostrophes, close square bracket, space tilde space tilde space tilde space fill space 15 space 15 space 15 space negative 15 space negative 15 space negative 15 space TNT. Those coordinates you can edit to make the radius of the nuke bigger or smaller, and you can make it anything. So it doesn't have to be nuke. You can make it just fill how much area with diamonds or gold or anything you want to. But for this case, we're doing a nuke, so we're using TNT for the best effect of a nuclear explosion, or what you can get in Minecraft, Bedrock close to a nuclear explosion. So then you have a chain command block with a conditional condition on, and this is the command here, execute space @e, open square bracket, type equals item, common name equals apostrophes, nuke apostrophes, close square bracket, space tilde space tilde space tilde space set block, space tilde space tilde space tilde space fire. I wouldn't suggest editing any of that, as well, this spawns the fight on an item, so it would spawn, should be roughly in the center of the entire nuke, so if you skew off it would sort of go from one side and would probably ruin the effect. Well, in some cases it could help the effect, but probably better having it in the center. Then you have another command block with chain and the condition on conditional, with kill space @e, open square bracket, type equals item, common name equals apostrophes, nuke apostrophes, close square bracket. You don't really need this, as the item will probably be destroyed in the explosion anyway, but it's probably a good thing just in case it doesn't. Especially with this, as it will spawn more TNT, and you probably have an issue where you would have non-stop TNT, probably destroying your game. That's if it doesn't really get destroyed in the actual explosion, which would be very surprising if it actually does survive. So anyway, here is a nuke. So put that down. So I am back after the explosion has finished. I unfortunately had to use the kill @e command to kill entities because it wasn't really clearing up with the lag. But only a few TNT blocks were removed, so the effect should be minimal. So the explosion has actually reached into this jungle as well, which is pretty crazy considering how far the explosion is, which is over there. So we'll take a look at the explosion radius and depth and everything, and see how much damage it actually did. Which, now looking at this is actually ridiculous. This is huge. So actually, there's a ravine down here. It looks like so it's blown into a ravine. Actually, it's blown. It's blown up a few parts in the ravine, but it's a huge, huge explosion radius. This area is absolutely not recognizable. You cannot tell what was here before. It's very square though, like the area of the explosion, which is pretty interesting. Explosions can be seen out here through this forest. Not so much over here, actually. Wait, no, that wouldn't be it. So a few explosions, like here. There's a few. I saw like a few out here. Yeah, along here, like this river, and also all the way out here. And all over here. That's pretty far away, actually. So definitely, very large explosion. Definitely would scare me if one of these were detonated near my base, as you would see that there'll be absolutely nothing left, and probably nothing to ever be there. There's actually another ravine over here. I didn't realise how many ravines there are in this seed. But the explosion is very large. It can be made slightly bigger, which would be even more devastating, and would cause much more lag and might actually crash the game. But this command is actually ridiculous. I'm still trying to